I am partially Igbo. By my name you can see that. But I'm not saying vote for me because I am Igbo. Amaechi. You are partially Igbo. I'm hearing that for the first time, though I know that vote to me is a Yoruba name, but who knows? Maybe other people too, from other countries too, they bear vote to me. You don't know. So this one that you're saying, you're not saying that people should vote for you. Oh, we hear you. Former Rivers State Governor and ex-Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amaechi. So, the fact that he's even from Rivers State, it shows confusion. Rotimi Amaechi. Now, he said he's positioning himself as a national candidate ahead of the 2027 presidential election, insisting that his ambition is not based on ethnic or regional identity. Is this not the same Amaechi that said he will support Peter Obi? So you two, you still have you are still positioning yourself. Now, Amaechi made the remarks during an interview on China's television. Where he spoke about identity politics, national unity, and what he believes should guide Nigerians in choosing their next president. Don't tell us what will guide us. We already know what we want. Don't tell us anything. He said that although he has Igbo heritage, he is not presenting himself to voters on the basis of ethnicity. Now, this is adding that his political message is centered on national integration and problem solving, rather than regional sentiments. We hear you. The former governor emphasized that Nigeria's challenges requires leaders who are selected based on competence and capacity, not religious or ethnic considerations that have long influenced electoral outcomes in the country. And you are definitely not our candidate then. If we want to select based on competence and capacity, you are not there. You are not there. Amaechi argued that continued focus on ethnicity in politics has contributed significantly to Nigeria's governance problem, urging voters to prioritize leadership quality over identity-based affiliations. He also maintained that political campaigns should be focused on solutions to national issues such as insecurity, economic hardship, unemployment, and infrastructural decay, rather than appeals to tribal or religious loyalty. According to him, many political actors still present themselves in ways that reinforce regional division, a trend he believes should be discouraged as Nigeria moves towards future elections. Amaechi stressed that his own candidacy is different. How is it different? Insisting that he is not asking Nigerians to vote for him because of where he comes from or what religion he practices, but because of his capacity to govern effectively. Indeed, govern effectively. How can you govern effectively? According to Amaechi's word, I'm not a regional candidate. They are all regional candidates. Yes, I'm partially Igbo, but by my name you can see that. But I'm not saying vote for me because I'm Igbo. No, I'm not saying vote for me because I'm Hausa and Fulani. I've said to Nigerians, leave religion and ethnicity alone. That is what put us here, he added. We have heard you, Amaechi. But that your advice, make you hold them. I don't understand. I beg, get loose. Richard says, it's now you know that you are Igbo. But there was a time that you denied to be an Igbo politician. Think twice, this is not the end of politics. And another about you is that your consistency, no they do. You all should allow Mr. Obi to represent us. That's my take. Like, people should just Allah will be, you already know that this is what Nigerians want. But people still want to shake your head there. You still want to shake your head there. Pagam says, Rotimi Amaechi said he is partially Igbo, or in other words, partial Igbo. Rotimi Amaechi didn't say he is partly Igbo. This is the truth about all the people outside the Southeast claiming to be Igbos during the Nigerian policies but against Biafra. Any person against IPOB is a partial Igbo. True. Okay. Amaechi is not partly Igbo, but partial Igbo. I like that. El Kamaji says, this man, wow, just because you want to be president, you are not partially Igbo and Yoruba by your name. I bet income. What about Hausa by your title? Nigerian politicians and the seats are inseparable. 5 and 6. Shegun says, as we can also, you are partially Yoruba or Abi. I want to help you with Shagali so you can be particularly Hausa. Kai Abba says he will soon be partially Yoruba man because of his name Rotimi. I've been now because Yoruba people they bear Rotimi. Sam says a true confession to show that equally people are Igbo. It is not about being partial, but real. You're an Igbo person, that's the truth. So stop hiding your identity and origin. Uchenna says you can't get 10 votes. Only your family will vote for you. John Ecstasy says you can choose to be Fulani. Igbo does not lack anything in every field of endeavor. We're only surviving your conspiracy by the mercy of our Maker, who sees us through in all draconian policies fashioned against us. Don Metcalfe says, without being told, Peter Obi is the most qualified presidential candidate for the 2027 general election. That's the obvious truth. Everybody, they know, but they just don't want to agree. Tochukwu says the boy is confused. He doesn't know which tribe to claim. Maybe Fulani will suit him. Eric Okike says the conscience that denied his ethnicity because of the insinuation that Igbos are marginalized and the whites are trapped in Nigeria doesn't mean that the time will come when the Igbos will champion Nigerians or Biafran Republic. Ajobi says, I don't know why we are even bothering ourselves. We watch reverse until 2031. Tinubu already has 2027. He doesn't have it though. He doesn't have it yet. God has the final say. I hate him, but it's just a fact. It's not going to happen. I want that sense denying your race just because of position. No Trump will answer Amaechi and still deny that he's not an Igbo. Do you think they don't know that you are an Igbo? Just know that they know. You keep ranting, it will end up, okay? Don Sezenobi said, what Amaechi had earlier said that he's not Igbo, and today he's saying he's partially Igbo. He's not Yoruba, and he's not Hausa. He says he's a national candidate. You can see how that he has no base. So it is difficult for Nigerians to trust him. He worked against his kinsman Jonathan and sponsored Buhari. Today he's working for Atiku to secure ADC presidential candidates against Obi so that Atiku will pick him as his vice. If ADC makes the mistake of choosing Atiku, Amaechi over Obeka council tickets, and then Sabi. Michael says, so now you are Igbo. Now you are also Yoruba now, Abi. NCNSha says, nonsense. The Ikwere pretense is bothering you. Amaechi is Igbo. John Ochoho says, all of you, collapse all your ambition to be president and join force with Peter Obi. That is what they should be doing. If they really know what they are doing. Just support Peter Obi. You know that is the people's choice. But no. But they says you are like a flying squirrel, partly rodent, but flies like a bird. Vote me Amaechi. Vote me Yoruba name while Amaechi is Igbo name. You are neither here nor there. A characteristic of scammers. There is a need for prodding more into who you truly are. We need an investigative journalist to prod into the origin of the Rotimi in your name. And there is more to it than merely answering names that are synonymous to Yoruba traditional names. You are miscellaneous for tracing your name to Igbo at a time. I believe they should do that because where did that name come from? We need to really trace your origin. Is it your mother that is Yoruba or what exactly? How? How do you have Rotimi in your name? Since you are my listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.